Very good afternoon to one and all. We are going to discuss about medicinal chemistry introduction part. So first, you should know that pharmaceutical chemistry. So it's a discipline concerned with the studies, drug design and synthesis, but it takes a step further with the process of bringing new drugs to the market. So it means we have one structure. In the structure has pharmacology and physiological effect, and with the analysis. So completely we know that. So in the structure we have to modify, we have to attach new some groups, we have to increase the activity or decrease the activity. This type of things in study about pharmaceutical chemistry. So medicinal chemistry, nothing but here, I have given three definitions. So one is the discipline concerned with the determination of this influence of chemical structure on biological activity. So here the meaning is some chemical structure will be there. We need to influence, we need to increase the biological activity. So we have to identify the structure. The second one is the concern with the discovery, development, identification, and interpretation of mode of action of biologically active compounds at the molecular level. So here in this definition is telling that molecular level we need to identify, we have to discover one drugs, we have to development, identification of interpretation of mode of action of biologically active compounds. So you have to identify one compound, you have to develop, you have to identify which group is more active for pharmacological activity. So third definition is the chemistry attempt to design, synthesis, a medicine or a pharmaceutical agent which will benefit to the humanity. So in this point telling that based on human beings, so you need to identify structure and you have to synthesis. Then you go for with the use of pharmaceutical agent, you have to increase the activity. So all the three medicinal chemistry definitions telling that you have to identify one structure, then you have to find out the lead compound, and you have to go for pharmaceutical activity, so which will be benefit to the humanity. Such a compound we can call as drug. Latins we can call as medicina. It means the art of healing. Next slide is medicinal chemistry involving synthesis, structure-active relationship, receptor interaction, absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion. These first points very important for medicinal chemistry. Next slide. So we have three important stages for medicinal chemistry. One is discovery step, an optimization step, development stage. The discovery step involving choice of therapeutic target and identification or discovery and the production of new active substance interacting with selected targets. So in this step we need to identify therapeutic target and we have to identify the drug of new active substance which will be interacting with the selected targets. This type of compounds we can call as lead compound. Next one is an optimization step. In this step, above the lead compound, we have to improve to increase the potency, selectivity, and toxicity. Last stage is development stage. Once you confirm the lead compound and increase this potency, selectivity, toxicity, you have to go for continuation of pharmacokinetic properties. So pharmacokinetic property nothing but here force of drug absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion. So next one is objective of medicinal chemistry. Generally, we identify the following stages: drug discovery, drug design, and development. So drug discovery nothing but find a lead compound. So before that, you need to choose a disease, then choose a drug target, and identify the bioassay. These three is very important preliminary because before identifying the drug, you need to identify the disease. You have to go for drug target, then bioassay, which procedure you have to follow to attack a drug target. So after that, finally get some compound. That compound is called lead compound. So if lead compound is not here, you have to go for isolation and purify the lead compound if necessary. Finally, once you isolated, you go for structure. Determine the structure of lead compound if necessary. Next, drug design. So once you identify the lead compound, you have to go for structural active relationship. That means which part is more active, which part is less active. You have to identify. Next, pharmacophore. Identify the pharmacophore. So a pharmacophore is nothing but a part of molecule structure that is responsible for the particular biological or pharmacological interaction. Simply we can say that which is the active part of the compound is called pharmacophore. Next, improve target interaction pharmacodynamically. So pharmacodynamics is nothing but here study the effects of drug under the mechanism of action. This is the pharmacodynamics. Next is pharmacokinetic properties. You need to improve that. So pharmacodynamics is nothing but kinetics problem, nothing but here the course of drug absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion. We need to improve that. So third one is drug development. So once you develop the lead compound, once you improve the lead compound, finally go for patent. So before going to the patent, you need to go for preclinical trials. Then you have to go for manufacturing. Last, carry out the clinical trials. Finally register and market the drug. Finally make money. This is development. So finally, medicinal chemistry including synthetic, that means synthesis, and computational aspect of the study of existing drug and agents in developed in relation to the biological activities. So basically, synthesis is very important as well as computer-based design very important of existing drug and physical parameters, that means agent used development in relation to the biological activities. Simply we can say that it's a dialing of drug. So already we have existing drug, you need to modify, you have to compare with the QSR studies, and you have got to go for biological activities. Next, QSR. So is one of the important part of the medicinal chemistry. QSR nothing but quantitative structural activity relationship. So QSR is a mathematical relationship in the form of an equation between biological activity and the measurable chemical properties parameters. QSR attempt to identify and quantify the chemical properties of a drug and to see whether any of these properties has effect on the drug's biological activity. The parameters used in QSR is a measurable of the potential contribution of its group to a particular property of the parent drug. Activity is expressed as log 1 by C. C is the minimum concentration required to cause a defined biological response. So in the first point indicating that it is a mathematical relationship in the form of equation between biological activity and measurable physiochemical parameters. Second point indicating that so after QSR study we need to identify and we have to quantity of physiochemical properties of a drug. So first you have to identify, then you have to go for quantity of parameters properties. Finally you have to confirm that whether it is having proper activity or not. You have to identify with the use of QSR. Last one is parameters of used in QSR. So this QSR mainly used to potential contribution of this group, a particular property of the parent drug. So next one is various parameters used in QSR studies. So what are the parameters we can use in QSR study? Here are three major parameters. One is lipophilic parameters, another one is electronic parameters, third one is steric parameters. In the lipophilic parameters, partition coefficient by substitution constant. In electronic parameters, is Hammett constant. In the steric parameters, Stuff constant, molar refractivity, Berlob steric parameters. These parameters we can use for QSR studies. So next coming to this slide, physiochemical properties in relation to the biological activity. So this physiochemical properties which is very influential to the biological relation to the biological activity. So what are the properties? Ionization, solubility, partition coefficient, hydrogen bonding, protein bonding, chelation, bioisosterism, happy and geometrical isomerism. Coming to the history of medicinal chemistry, the oldest records of the use of therapeutic plants and minerals are derived from the ancient civilization of the Chinese, the Hindus, the Mayans of Central America, and the Mediterranean peoples of antiquity. So it means in old records, the peoples used for mainly plants and minerals. These plants and minerals are derived from Chinese, civilization of Chinese. Next point, quinine is an antimalarial alkali derived from the bark of cinchona tree. It was used by the Mayans to cure malaria. At that time, people said malaria disease cured by quinine drug. This derived from the bark of cinchona tree. The early explorers found that South American Indians also chewed coca leaves and used mushrooms as hallucinogens. Hallucinogens. It means now generally South African Indians are chewed coca leaves. It contains cocaine and used mushrooms as hallucinogens. The final last point is in ancient Greek apothecary herbs such as opium, squale, and isomines, vipertoxin, metallic drugs such as copper and zinc ores, iron sulfate, and cadmium oxide could be found. So in earlier peoples, so they gave shops available opium, squale, isomines, vipertoxin, and metallic drugs can be found. The Ipecacuanha root containing emmetin was used in Brazil for the treatment of dysentery. In 19th century, a great expansion in the knowledge of chemistry which greatly extended to the herbal pharmacopoeia that I had previously established. So acetic acid was synthesized by Adolf Goff in 1845. Methane was synthesized by Perry Berthollet in 1856. The emphasis was shifted from finding new medicaments from the vast world of plants to finding active ingredients that accounted for pharmacological properties. In 1803, the isolation of morphine by Friedrich and the isolation of emmetin from Ipecacuanha by Ferrari in 1816, and his purification of caffeine, quinine, and colchicine in 1820 all contributed to the increased use of pure substances as the therapeutic agent. In 20th century, and the pharmaceutical industry, disease of protozoal and spirochetal origin responded to a synthetic chemotherapeutic agent. The interest in synthetic chemicals that would be inhibit the rapid reproduction of pathogenic bacteria and enabled the host organism to cope with the invasive bacteria was dramatically increased when the red dyestuff 2,4-diamino azobensin 4-sulfonamide reported by Girka dramatically cured dangerous systemic gram-positive bacterial infection in man and animals. So in this slide is indicating that finding new medicaments from the vast plant to find out the active ingredients for pharmacological properties. Second point is telling that the isolation and isolation of morphine is by Friedrich Secutener and the isolation of emmetin from Ipecacuanha by Ferrari. The 20th century, the pharmaceutical industry and are identified that these are drugs very useful for synthetic chemotherapeutic agent. So last point is saying that the addition of red dyestuff 2,4-diamino azobensin 4-sulfonamide is increased the gram-positive bacterial infection in man and animals. Together with the discovery of penicillin by Alexander Fleming in 1929 and its subsequent examination by Howard Florey and Ernest Chain in 1941, so they identified that a water-soluble powder of much higher antibiotic potency and lower toxicity than the previously known synthetic chemotherapeutic agent. With the discovery of variety of highly potent anti-infective agent, a significant change was introduced into the medicinal practice. So in this slide is showing that in 1929, penicillin was discovered by Alexander Fleming and examined by Howard Florey in 1941. So these two scientists identified and discovered the penicillin is a water-soluble powder of much higher antibacterial potency and lower toxicity than that the previously known the synthetic chemotherapeutic agent. The herbal of John Gerard in 1596, John Parkinson in 1640, Nicholas Cowper 1649 provided an insect into his widespread of herbs. The isolation of number of alkaloids including morphine, quinine and atropine from the crude medicinal plant extract was part of the analytical effort to standardize drug preparation and overcome fraud. General anesthetics were introduced in surgery in 1842 onwards. Antiseptics such as iodine and phenol also made an important contribution to the success of surgery. The hypnotic activity of Kroll was also reported. So in this slide is telling that in 1596 John Gerard, in 1640 John Parkinson, and 1649 Nicholas Cowper identified the herbal drugs. In 1823 in quinine, 1805 morphine, 1834 atropine of alkaloids from crude medicinal plant extracted. So they identified and standardized the drug preparation and overcome the fraud. In 1842, general anesthetic drugs were introduced in surgery. They used as ether 1842, nitrous oxide 1845 and chloroform 1847. So last point is iodine in 1839 and phenol 1860 used as antiseptics for surgery purpose. The hypnotic activity on chlorol 1869 was reported. Many of the developments after the 1860 arise from the synthesis of compounds specially for their medicinal action. The analgesic activity of its constituent salicylate and salicylic acid were developed in the 1860 and 1870. Para-hydroxyacetylide and phenacetin are also recognized as painkiller. Acetylation of salicylic acid to reduce its deleterious effect on the stomach led to the introduction of aspirin. However, its mode of action was not established until 1971. So in this slide is telling that in 1860 many developments from the synthesis of compounds, especially for the medicinal action. In salicylene and salicylic acid were developed and reported in 1860 and 1870 as analgesic activity. Para-hydroxyacetylide and phenacetin were reported and recognized as painkiller. Acetylation of salicylic acid to reduce its deleterious effect on the stomach lead to the introduction of aspirin. The local anesthetic action of cocaine was reported in 1884, although its success was not known at the time. Various modifications of dialkyl amino esters of aromatic acids modeled on part of the structure of cocaine lead to benzocaine and procaine. A barbiturates veronal and phenobarbital was introduced as sleeping tablets. In this slide indicating that in 1884 cocaine used as local identified and developed local anesthetic action, but at the time its success is not known. Various modification of dialkyl esters of aromatic acids, so like a part of the structure of cocaine and benzocaine and procaine. So in 1911 veronal and phenobarbital used as sleeping tablets. Synthetic anti-malheivite such as pymaquine, mefloquine, and the later chloroquine and pallidine were introduced as quinine replacement. In 1935, Domack observed the antibacterial action of the sulfonamide dyestuff potenosyl red, from which important family of sulfonamides antibacterial agents were developed. The studies indicating that antimalarial drugs such as pymaquine, mefloquine, chloroquine, pallidine were introduced as quinine replacement. Here, in 1835, antibacterial activity compounds such as potenosyl, sulfonamide dyestuff used as antibacterial agent. In 1929, Fleming had observed that a strain of Penicillium notatum inhibited the growth of Staphylococcus. In 1940-41, Chain, Flory and Hayton isolated penicillin. After considerable chemical work, the black-term structure for the penicillins was established. The relatively easy bioassay for antibacterial and antifungal activity led to the isolation of number of antibiotics, including streptomycin, chlorphenical, tetracycline such as erythromycin. The slide is telling that in 1929, Fleming observed that the strain of Penicillium notatum inhibited the growth of Staphylococcus. And 1940-41, the people isolated penicillin by Chain and Flory. So after the chemical work, the lactobacillus structure penicillin was established. Finally, number of antibiotics are identified, such as streptomycin, chloramphenicol, and tetracyclines, and erythromycin used as antibacterial and antifungal antibiotics. Prednisolone, betamethasone, and triamcinolone became available in the last 1950 and 1960. The logical development during the 1960s of histamine antagonists for the treatment of peptic ulcer led to cimetidine and the ranitidine. So in the study is telling that in 1950 and 1960, prednisolone, betamethasone, triamcinolone is available. In 1960, histamine antagonists are identified and developed as cimetidine and ranitidine, used for the peptic ulcer. This has culminated the development of selected certain reuptake inhibitors such as fluoxetine, paroxetine, cetirizine, and olanzapine. So up to now we have discussed about history of medicinal chemistry. So I have in separate file I have attached one Word file. In that Word file I have given many points for history. For example, year in 1596, invention, who invented, scientist name and another invention. So I request to all the students to take a notes for the history of medicinal drugs for easy to remember purpose. You take one column year, another column is invention, another invention, and the last one is scientist name, who invented. So you have to write one by one. You will get easily point. So next class we will see physicochemical parameters used in biological activity. Thank you to all.